Right, I think we'll do another scenario. What's that one? Gosh, that's the southern part of the route. Oh, this is from Bitterfeld to Dessau, so that'll carry on from where we just left off and continue the northern part of the route. That'll take us all the way to the top. Let's do that. That doesn't cover any track we've already covered. Oh, my mouse sensitivity is way too high. Oh, wrong side. I always do this when I do this scenario. Always getting the wrong end. All the services basically start to end through all 70 kilometres. I'm not sure what you're asking. Oh yeah, I am. Let me go and sort that out, Dave. Hang on a second. Be right back. Oh, he's back. So yeah, Dave sent me a Christmas card. Big thank you to Dave. Heads we deliver them, tails we put them on eBay. Very good. Have a great Crimbo and fabulous New Year 2018. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Dave. Alright, let's carry on. We're loading passengers. Let's get the cab lights sorted, headlights sorted, reverser sorted. PZB, don't need the middle one. Oh, stop pressing all the wrong buttons. We're good. Mr. Sub, Legcatcher 2, 4th month. Thank you very much indeed, Legcatcher 2. Tier 2 sub as well. Thank you very, very much for your support. No, there's no voiceover for the scenarios, ES64. It's just in the tutorial you get the voiceover. Oh, what's wrong with my throat tonight? I may have to pour some tea down it. No, there are no shunting scenarios, train track round. Coffee only. I haven't got any coffee. Let's just have tea and call it coffee, yeah? Just really, really, really off coffee. Offie then. Let's call it offie. Oi, shush, train track Trav. You and your coffee ways. Next stop, Greppen. That's how interesting the story is. It's gripping. Right, we've gone into startup program on PZB, up to 40 kilometers an hour for 550 meters, or until I press the release button. Release from monitoring, 1.1 kilometers to the next signal. It's better. Greppin is in 2.2 kilometers. Oh, can you imagine it? Working cafe car. What's the next major feature? Well, now... Oh, hello. I must have missed a signal somewhere. Oh, of course, I haven't passed another signal, so I'm still limited to 70. Twit. Right, open the doors. This is a really interesting station because you've got all this underground area down here. I found that one clearly already. You can walk all the way around here as well. This made me laugh. You can have shelter when you're buying tickets, but no other time. Bah! Oh, it's time to go. Stop playing around, Matt. Get in the train. Janet said, but you need we need to make it so you can access the toilets in that case, Acela. Can't access the toilets in TSW. BRCW, yes. This is the S2, it's the modern S2, so it runs through the tunnel. It's my favourite bit of the line. Oh, I shouldn't have gone yet. Left early. Never mind. We'll take it easy. Hopefully it'll forgive me. Thank you. It's fine, I just left a bit early. Kilometre to go. Oh, you missed that train, did you, B9 bot? Oh well. You have to wait for a later one then, I think. Shall we run a nighttime scenario next, or what do you prefer? We'll do a service mode next, I guess. I find night time's actually quite fun. Particularly if you put it on high beam, so you can see a bit more around you. And what we'll do is we'll start at Gashwitz at night, and we'll run until I fall asleep, basically. Night with the blizzard. So you don't want to see anything then. Can you turn off the green on the track? Yes, you can. That's like Control 7 or something. When we come up to the next stop, I'll try and remember to turn it off. Night time with an ice cream trolley service. Tea service. Tea trays here. Terrain Sim Guy, resub 10th month. 10th month hype. Great job on Rapid Transit. Thank you very much, Train Sim Guy. As I've said to other people, though, please make sure you pass on any feedback, positive, negative, constructive, to Dovetail via the official channel so that they can collate everything together. The team certainly like to hear it. I'll pass on anything you guys send to me, as always. Yeah, I know. It's set something like 2016, I think this route is set at ES64, so... Red Devil Dom, thank you for the cheer. Congrats on Rapid Transit release. You're happy with how it's been received so far? Actually, very good, actually. I think people are really liking the frame rate improvements across the board as well. During your freezer raid, you've noticed an unguarded Viennetta. Nice. That's what we need. Make sure you share it, though, Moggy. Since I got here early, I've got a bit of weight a bit. Let's get a bit of your bag out. Oh, cup of tea time. You've gone from 50 to 55 high to 60 FPS ultra. Wow. I've actually cranked my settings up a bit because I was using 100% on this and I've pumped it to 130. Actually, let's go 150 and see what it does. Oh, we're down to 43 FPS now. Ooh, can't have that. Let's put it down to 130 again. $53. Yeah, 53 is fine. Well, the screen percentage is a really nice way of giving the overhead wires a bit more definition. The problem is they're so thin. See you later, Ralphan. Yes, nits. F3 is the FPS counter. You deactivated all AA and just went with 150%. That's not a bad shout. Although you lose motion blur in that case, ES64, and I like motion blur. No. Oops. I guess I forgot something. Your average FPS went from 30 to 45. That's pretty cool. I saw the yellow speed board go by and I thought, oh, I wonder if that's PZB, one I need to acknowledge. I guess we know the answer to that question, don't we? So now when this happens, you've got to wait for the pipe to charge. As that does it, that then comes down. Once that's come down, I can then apply throttle and it'll release. Just got to wait for the brakes to recharge and then you're good to go. So we're restricted monitoring now, 40 kilometers an hour. But at least you got your T, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of different opinions in the office about whether a FXAA or TAA is better, because sometimes FXAA makes things look a lot more crisp, whereas TAA sometimes can make them look, I guess, a bit more, I don't know, it is softer, isn't it? True Sky. Yeah, I know, but there's a frame rate cost for that, and is that, well, it's certainly something I'd like to see as well. There you go, Control 7 turns off the ground markers. Difficult to see on there. It does actually say MPTV in one of these bits of graffiti somewhere. It's quite hard to see though. Somewhere's around about. Should probably get going instead of wandering around looking at graffiti. You want the screens in night mode? There you go. So you see the brakes coming down, and now I can release. DK, yeah, that's actually already been looked at. We made that, so there's going to be a change at some point where effectively once the minimum load, once the thing's spun round, it then switches to saying wait, and then it'll do lock the doors. It's just the right way around. Don't know when that'll be coming, but at some point hopefully. Realised I accelerated paying no heed at all to PZB, so it's a good job it had apparently gone out. Yeah, the graffiti was essentially a whole bunch of different themes and bits and pieces that one of our artists assembled together in various sort of styles and things, because he quite enjoyed doing that. Because we wanted to put graffiti on the route, because it is a feature of the route, but you can't use real graffiti. Half the time they've broken copyright doing what they're doing. And their tags, you know, graffiti's a bad thing fundamentally. Do you really want to copy someone's tag and put it in the game? And it's not a good idea, really. Favourite part of the route? Oh, the tunnels, without a shadow of doubt. They're my favourite part. I mean, I'd say Great Western is probably my favourite route overall so far, but the Leipzig tunnels are my favourite bit of any route we've done so far. No, I don't think there's any Easter eggs on the route, ES64. The Sterling team used to quite regularly put pictures of themselves on the various advertising boards. On TS1 anyway. Yeah, we ran the tunnels earlier, but I'm going to run them again when we finish this scenario and we do the service mode BRCW. DK, so the trick with cruise control is that you need to have power on to turn it on. Lock the doors. So put power on. I can now click temper mat and then start winding the speed up. You can also use the keyboard. Speed limit here is 120. So see you later, Kovanas. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, you need to have throttle on, DK Designer, and any amount of throttle, but you need to have a little bit of throttle on. Then you can press the temper mat button, and then you can change you can move the bug. You notice the blue bug on the throttle there, and then it's Control R makes it go up, and Control Shift R will make it go down. I can't remember where the horn came from, Danderman. .4 to Mark. Oh, that must have been Ragoon we were just at then, I guess. Sounds like Moggy with a party hooter. The roll-up things. Yes, I know the ones you mean. Still at 120. Is it actually possible to wheel slip in TSW? Complex question. Short answer is yes. Long answer is probably not. It probably doesn't make any sense. Wheel slip is implemented and looks quite cool actually. I think actually if you go onto the Class 66 and switch off all the traction motors except one, you might be able to cause it. We'll try that actually. I'll probably forget, but yeah, if you go onto the Class 66, use the control panel above you, turn off the traction motors except for one of them, and then try it. And then just with a big train behind you, just thrash it up to full power. Excuse me. Yeah, using the computer system on the 66, you can turn off whole trucks and individual motors on a truck. So you can shut the thing right down to just a single motor, if I understand it, if I remember rightly. I must admit, it's not something I've ever tried doing, but someone else told me that it worked. Yeah, it's quite feisty, isn't it, A64? That was Peachlick, yeah, probably. Got nothing to do when you turn Tempomat on, though. Just sit there and watch the train. Every now and again answer the CIFA. .2 kilometres to go. I don't know why I've got such a cough tonight. Well, I don't know. I think so, Danderman. Where you reran your scenario and it was working fine for you? Need some ice cream. I think you're right, Moggy. I think you're right. Thought I wasn't going to make that for a minute. That's not bad for a blind stop. Once you turn on CIFA, don't turn it back off because it still triggers, but you can't reset. Oh dear. Have you reported that to Dovetail, Q Lightwing? Dessau. This must be Dessau Sud, in which case Dessau Bahnhof is next, which is the end of the line. Better start paying attention to PZB now. Bonjour, Pichlik. My throat. That was the extent of my French, as was I. I did fail a PZB earlier on. Oh, I didn't acknowledge that. That was a yellow, wasn't it? I thought, oh, the 70, I'll slow down for it, and then forgot that I actually have to do it. Wait for the brake pipe to recharge now. 1000 hertz light has gone out. Just gonna press the acknowledge button now for reasons. Now we've got a yellow light. It's better. Oh, it's 85. I can speed up. 400 meters we're stopping. B. Harrison, there is freight up and runs up and down part of the line, certainly. While that's stopping, you've got, I think there's, where's the freight yards? So there's something here, for example. So there are bits and pieces of freight on here. Oh, we were a bit late at Wolfen. Oh, that's one that was the one I left earlier, I think. Good night, Bamberg Band.